Hello, everyone. This is Sharon with Entelucky Visions, and this is an energy update for the week of August 19th through August 25th. So, what do we have happening this week? We have a continuation of the full moon energies and what that brought for us from last week. How it was really highlighting our desires in life, our heart's desires, and moving more towards that. We have a lot of creativity and creative energy in general coming through us right now. So there's a lot of fieriness and this will and need to want to create, to act, and to manifest from our heart's desires. So we will be kind of nudged to move more towards this, to really look at what are we desiring? What are we truly wanting to create for our life, not only in this moment, for the months to come as well. So with all of this creative energy bubbling through us right now, it's really important to look at how you are creating. Are you creating with your ego mind, with your thoughts, with your fears, and maybe even some old patterns of creation? Because sometimes we can create out of fear, out of desperation. Maybe we see some perceived lack in our life, and so we start to create and act towards things out of the desperation of it not being there for us. But the trick is to really move with the heart, to really move from a place of inspiration, a place that is calling you to act towards that, and to not fuel it with maybe an old pattern or an old story that maybe we're not deserving of something. We're not ready for something to bring into our life, because that can be paired with a sense of perfectionism and even control. So when we are controlling things or trying to perfect something, that's moving from a place of fear, because we're trying to we're pushing towards something, trying to make something happen, and that's just bringing more resistance to what already is. And what you resist persists is a really famous quote. Can't recall who said it. But it is a well-known quote that when you resist something, it happens even more. So if we release control, if we let go, and we allow more of the fluidity of life, and we move more from our heart center in what we're creating, then we will allow things to flow more easily into our life. And when we are taking inspired action towards that, we're not constricting it. We're allowing it to be fueled with something that is for our highest good and more expansive for our path. So along with this creative manifestation energy is also a cycle of empowerment that we are moving into. A lot of the energies of the masculine and feminine are coming up for us now, not just even individually, but also collectively. And we all have masculine and feminine energy. And the masculine focuses on that action, that outwardly expression side of ourselves. And the feminine is more that nurturing, that yin side of ourselves, that softer expression. And so this is getting really shifted and balanced for us personally and on a collective level. That you may notice men are more embracing of their inward natures. Not all men, but we're slowly having this bubble up within us, and this is craving a balance in all of us, and it's showing up on a world stage as well in certain areas. So you'll also see with women that they're embracing more of their leadership qualities, stepping more into their masculine energy. So this cycle of empowerment will really call us to step more into sharing who we are, into who we truly are in terms of service and what we came to offer, the creations that we have, the ideas that we want to share, and to not really be afraid to share all of that. Women moving more into that empowerment sense, and men sharing more of their heart space. So, with that, also are these instincts that are arising in terms of these loves, these abundance themes, and how we are approaching these masculine, feminine energies. So, when you think about our instincts related to desire, that lust can really be a powerful force that is moving through us at times. And so the fiery energy of creation and manifestation that is moving through us can inspire some of that, can inspire some of that lust. So it's important to really understand where that is stemming from, and to know, are we rationalizing the lust with our own beliefs, or are we allowing it to move through us, kind of grounding that, letting it flow through us rather than letting it lead us, especially if you are in a commitment. For we are all human, and this can come up, this can flow through us. So it's understanding that this particular energy is just that, that it is stemming from the same source of creation that all of creation stems from. So creativity and sensuality, sexuality are the same types of energies. When you think about what it takes to create something, the very act of intimacy is a creation. So these are stemming from the same places. So creation is ultimately love. So when we look at these aspects from this vantage point, we can see that we are shifting our concepts of how we are perceiving love, how we are perceiving relating, how we are perceiving abundance, and they are all one and the same. So you could have things popping up for you at this time where you are shifting aspects in your relationships, where you are shifting aspects within yourself, if you are currently single, of what is possible for you, of what is needed for your life, or what you are desiring. And to really look at that, because sometimes if we are trying to call in a partner, we may feel as though we need to be at a certain point, or we need to be at a certain level of healing of our own internal wounds and beliefs in order to be ready for that partner, in order to be ready for something to take place. Whereas that is actually coming from a place of control, because there is never a finish point to healing. There is never a timeline on what is needed for our own internal journey. And so the readiness is coming from a place of, are you vibrationally ready? Is your heart open to receive what is needed for your path? And everything is always divine timing. So if you're craving something, if you're craving a relationship, a new partner, if you are craving a different type of job, and you may be putting this out there with your intentions, you may be acting on it, you may be pursuing it with your thoughts, with your feelings, with affirmations, and all the things that it takes to really create something. However, it's not showing up. And so with that, it's divine timing. There can be a lot going on behind the scenes if something has not occurred yet, and you've really been fueling it with all of your love, attention, and action, and it's not quite happening yet, divine timing could be at play. So it could be that a lot is aligning behind the scenes, or a lot is taking shape so that the universe is placing the puzzle pieces together so that this can occur for you in the right moment. So to have some patience, because we've truly still been in this holding pattern. Yes, a lot is continuing to move forward. It's starting to move forward, but we really won't see the full groundedness, rootedness, and effects of some of our efforts until September. So continue with your trust, your patience, and I know that is easier said than done on some days, but it is the most powerful force to come back to a place of trust and gratitude, and also to be in the now of what you currently do have, to be appreciative of what is currently in your life, rather than maybe focusing on something that's not there or that we desire but we just don't have quite yet. So returning to that place of appreciating what is surrounding you and within your experience now will actually bring that you desire closer to you. So I hope you have a lovely week ahead. If you have any additional questions or need additional support, you can reach out to me or schedule a session either remotely or in person at entelekivisions.com. I hope you have a lovely day, and thank you for listening.